Oh man, this is that new Jigsaw from Festool.
Yeah, this is the new Carvex 400, and it's hands down the best Jigsaw we've ever used.
First one with a brushless motor.
Right, so that makes it exceptionally powerful. It actually cuts at about 3,800 strokes per minute. Most models top out around 3,000.
That means longer run time for the cordless model.
Definitely. It also means it can cut through thicker pieces of wood and make straighter cuts.
But it's not just about the motor, right? I understand it's got some really useful features built in.
It does. One of the most useful features are actually the LED lights built into the front here. They synchronize with the blade stroke so that the blade looks stationary while you're making a cut.
That's really smart.
So it's also got this blower port built right into the front to keep dust off your cut line, or you can hook up the dust port here to your shop vac.
All right, so all that adds up to a saw that's going to make it a lot easier for you to follow your cut line, which is the hardest thing to do when you're using a jigsaw.
Exactly.
Why don't you give us a demo?
Sure, so I'm going to use the Carvex to cut this bracket here. This is a shelf bracket, but you could also use it to cut a thicker porch bracket. I'm going to use this as my template. So I'm just going to line up this shelf bracket with the front of this poplar board here and trace it to make the cut line. So I'm going to set the Carvex to the automatic setting. What this does is it actually senses what material I'm cutting and automatically adjusts the motor to cut through it.
Oh, so you don't have to guess what speed it's going to be.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, really nice cut. A little bit of light sanding and it's ready to paint.
Definitely, and you can actually just see that it follows the profile of this bracket perfectly.
Great. So we know it cuts really well. They make some great attachments for it too.
They do. This is actually the circle cutting attachment, and it lets you make a perfect circle of just about any size.
Oh, that's really smart. What else you got in there?
So probably my favorite attachment is the angled base cutter. So you snap it onto the bottom of the saw. You can see here you just turn this knob to adjust the angle base to any angle that you want, and it lets you make a perfect miter or bevel in any piece of wood.
Wow, a little bit easier to use than a big circular saw, I guess.
Definitely.
All right, so we've got the first jigsaw with the brushless motor. The LED lights synchronize with the blade so you can see the cut line. It's got an automatic setting so you don't have to guess at what speed you should be cutting at. We're honored to have this jigsaw on the TOH Top 100.